like you was talking about our shit from last week and 2 weeks ago. Alright, I'm gonna record.
Get your man. Whose man is this?
Alright, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's episode 2, Solidified, baby, the podcast show where we get in some trouble, man. We have a little fun. It's your boy KS, aka King Shiz. I got Ollie the Great in the building.
Yo.
And then we got the ever so gorgeous and beautiful Lola B. So let's just, we're going to kick it off real quick today. I'm not going to play around with the hoop lolly and all that madness. I think a great topic to discuss is, and I think it's a combo question, right? It's not just a simple little question. It's something that we can kind of play with and have a little fun with, y'all. Rappers in the game who aren't respected for whatever reason it is, right? We don't respect them in the culture. And then I want to add on top of that, rappers who we might respect, but they just can't get over the hump. Let's just talk about a couple random rappers that we feel like fall into those categories for whatever reason it might be.
But you think don't get respected?
I feel like a good artist would be Iggy Azalea. Iggy? He said Swaggy P. I think she's a...
That's a great example.
Why is it a great example?
We all want her to model. Everybody wants her to stop rapping. All the women, like on social media platforms, whenever that topic comes up, because she just recently dropped a video, she was complaining about people, I don't know if they weren't enjoying it or what. She was like, next time I'm going to give y'all one look and one hairstyle or something, because she had a lot of different changes and stuff. I think so.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to sort out.
But she's just so pretty. I'm not gonna say she don't have bars, but I just don't take to her as an artist. And a lot of people feel the same way, and we feel like she needs to model.
I think she's definitely a pretty girl. I always joke about that, like, hey, you can get it. But when it comes to the music, I can't get with it.
Yeah, she don't do it for me.
I don't know what that is, man. I don't. If it's the bars, if it's the content, there's no connect at all.
Correct. There's no. She doesn't get me on anything. No content. No music.
Does she fall into the category of a culture vulture?
That's probably what's killing her right now.
Oh, you think so?
Because she don't really fit the bill. Like, the music is tight, like the beats. Like, what's that? First Thing First on the realest, like that beat, but I feel like you can give that to any artist.
Is that fancy?
Yeah.
Put her on the map.
Yeah. I'm so fancy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if she wrote it or not, but I feel like
that was very Gwen Stefani.
Right.
Ooh.
Wait, she was on
that?
She was on that.
No, that's not her.
No.
It's some other girl.
You know what? I thought that was Gwen Stefani when I first heard it.
That's how I heard it.
But I could totally see Gwen
doing that.
But
he walking in the street with her, right?
Correct.
So culture vulture.
And I seen her with she had like the cornrows and all that stuff too. So I don't know if that's gonna help her out.
Yeah, y'all see, B got the toes out today, y'all. She's feeling fabulous. It's real springy.
I just wanted to bring springtime to the podcast.
For the people who can't see, what color is that?
It's a mousse polish. It's pink. Fuchsia.
That's like the
Fuchsia is closer to purple than it is to pink. This is
we colorblind, man. We don't know what that is.
It goes from a darker pink to a lighter pink when it gets warmer.
Okay.
Oh, it changes colors on its own.
Fuchsia.
No, there's no fuchsia in it whatsoever. It's not.
What color is the dress?
The same color actually as my fingernails.
What you said that was?
It's a version of pink. I don't know. Peach. You could call it peach.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lola B.
Okay. This guy.
It's a version.
This is a recurrent thing that's happening.
Okay. I want you to look up fuchsia. Fuchsia is actually in that Instagram symbol. In the logo.
I'm pulling up the records right now. You said the color was what?
I think it's a nursery. It's a nursery. Just like my easy.
That's not fuchsia though.
I mean, it's like.
Nope. Google fuchsia.
No, that's not too far.
It ain't too far.
Fuchsia. Google fuchsia. I want you to see what it looks like.
But you see that's
for the next time you're having a conversation about colors with someone.
Yeah, that's a little brighter, perhaps.
Alright.
I don't know.
So good, but yeah. So we think that as Iggy is just. I don't believe her. And I think that that's the thing, nothing personal, right, Iggy? It's nothing personal against you.
Yeah, definitely.
I just feel like the music I don't believe that you would normally make this music if nobody else was watching.
It's not authentic.
Right.
It's like we don't feel like this is you.
Right.
Not to say though, of course, because she is cream. So I'm not gonna say that she's like jacking the culture or nothing like that. But whatever, she just doesn't. It just doesn't seem authentic. It doesn't seem like that's her style. I don't know if maybe she hasn't found it yet, or if she just has made up her mind that this is what she wants. This is what she wants to project, and this is her image, and this is what she wants to run with. Or I don't know, because it seems like ever since she really hit the scene, she kind of been on this same wave. So I don't think she's trying things out. But like we all said, it's just not authentic. I feel like she's faking.
I think that's fair. That's why she won't get the respect. I don't know how she would come about getting respect from us as a culture or the hip hop or the music culture. We're gonna keep it at hip hop because this is really specifically about hip hop. I don't know how she'll get there. I don't know. And I'm sure y'all might have a different opinion about it. Comment below.
She probably won't.
Let us know how you feel about Iggy Azalea. Yeah, Tip. I think Tip saw a beautiful woman, a model. Like B said, people just wanted a model, and he was like, you know what?
She'll be great at that.
She would. I'm sure she got some little contracts out there that she's making some bread off of, but.
Hope so.
Yeah, I think he saw opportunity. He's trying to go on. So.
Yeah, I wonder if she's still even inked to Grand Hustle.
I don't know.
PSC Pimp Squad clip.
Hey, did you have that album? You remember that?
Which one?
I forget, man. They had like a great cover on it though. I just remember the artwork. I forget the name.
It was like was it a money symbol with was it the regular PSC logo or with the gray in the background with the greenish
throw on there?
Yeah.
They had some singles on it. I can't think of them right now, but it was pretty hard. Yeah, I remember when I first moved to Atlanta, that was like one of the joints that was banging. See? That's
your guy. That's your crew. She's like, I don't know what y'all talking about right now. Nah, we say the single or the name of the song, she'll jump.
Grand Hustle, dang. They had some joints, man.
No doubt.
I keep stalling on them. It's gonna sound like they ain't have.
It's gonna come back later. Watch when we talking. Like that's what.
That's gonna be like, oh.
I'm gonna put it on my story.
Got you. So, how you feel about? I mean, we talk about it every once in a blue moon. I don't know how much B know about him, but Logic, the biracial rapper.
Yeah, I got this.
Logic is tight. I like Logic, but I don't know. It's like.
So you think he falls in the category of? He gets respect, he has a following, right? He has people that like him in the culture, but some people just don't respect him at all, right?
I think it's his image.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, well, why?
Well, he looks like a white boy, but we all know he's half black. So he raps like when you hear him spit.
I like Logic, by the way.
Oh yeah, you hear him spit, he can spit like the rapper, the best of them, but he looks like a white dude, and some people may not even listen to him just based off his looks.
Yeah.
Very Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He definitely.
I ain't gonna do him like that, but that's probably perception.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
I think
not what you're saying about him, but in terms of how the world will perceive him, would it be?
I think Logic, I don't know where I heard it, but I think Logic definitely falls into the category of like this tech genius kid who, plays on his computer all day, but just decided one day he wants to rap. He has this image, right? Yeah, he's a big time nerd, for lack of a better expression. And that's no disrespect to them, but it is what it is. And I think that his image is what kills him the most. Like if he looked a certain way, and let's keep it a buck, man. If he looked a little harder, if he looked he had a little more melanin in his skin, I think people would accept Logic a little bit more than him now. Do you feel like the biracial approach is something that you can even vibe with?
That's also something I think that's kind of killing him too. Because when I first heard him, he was tight, he could flow, and then I just kept hearing that. Even like I think Joe Budden said it. I'm white, I'm black, I'm black. So for me, I can't relate to that on every song. So it was like he was saying, it seemed like he was saying that a lot.
But doesn't J. Cole do that? I feel like J. Cole talks about
had a white mom. Like
I did, but
I knew, but I did I knew, like I liked J. Cole before I knew about that, and then I think I learned about it, but I already like was invested in J. Cole, so it didn't change that for me because his music content has always been what it was. So it never it was like, oh, like, but with Logic, it's like he already looks like a white dude. And then,
I think J. Cole hides. He can hide, right? Like he can. No.
Yeah, because we got light-skinned brothers.
Light-skinned brothers. Yeah. We got light-skinned sister on the show. The thing I'm saying is, the difference is Logic looks like a white dude, right? And no disrespect, no racism, anything
How does he
like
wear his
that.
hair?
Like a white boy.
It's look like J. Cole, like, we all got.
What's funny is at one point, if I recall watching Logic, like I said, Logic, I like your albums, I love you as an artist. But at one point, right, got a lot of bars, great flow. At one point, he had a time when he had the look, like he had the baggy tees, right, the long baggy XXL tee with the jeans, and he had the lineup, like low cut hair, like almost like a Ali, looked like a cool white boy. But we could mistake him a little bit because he had the look of our culture. Right. Back to them 05, 06, 07, right? But now, like what you said about him, his hair is like the little curly hair, and he's wearing like the little outfits that like a little nerd boy who's in front of his computer all day is wearing, and maybe it's because he's like, I'm comfortable with being me. Basically, at this point. That's how she's transitioned out of the urban look, for lack of a better expression. So,
question: Do you think that he's doing this transition is because of like the label or maybe people behind him feeling like he should go a different route, or do you think that that's how he naturally, like that's just him? He feels more natural and comfortable in that element, dressed that way and things like that.
I literally believe, and just listening to his music, you're correct.
That's probably him.
I'm already solidified as an artist in the game, and my label is allowing me to be who I want to be now at this point, and this is who I'm comfortable with being.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with being a Star Wars rapper.
Oh wow.
I'm okay with being that.
That picture,
Harry Potter rapper. Like that's just me.
Powder.
Oh, right there.
I just said he looked like
Y'all
Powder.
see the powder?
Oh, Powder. I know what you're talking about. I thought you was calling my man Powder. Like,
no.
Say we might get kicked
like
out
the
the
movie. In that particular,
That's all platform, man.
nothing that I look at right now looks like that. That very first picture that I saw of him, that's what he looked like.
Yeah, I got
when he cuts his hair all the way down.
When he cuts it real low.
Yeah.
You can kind of like,
it's very like boot camp, like army boot camp.
At one point, now he had a lineup like Ali.
Oh.
At one point is what I'm saying. When I was listening to him back in the day, he had that type of look.
I guess I don't remember like the appearance. Yeah. I just always knew his music, and I think what I learned about him, I probably already knew he's black, so yeah. When I hear the nigga and all that stuff on the record, I'm like, okay.
You safe. That's how you feel, because you're like,
right. Because I'm like, if not, I'd be like, damn, who's this white boy saying nigga?
Think about it like this though, right? Maybe he's doing that because maybe the biracial thing comes up so much because he's trying to get the hood pass. Like he's trying to get he needs our people to be like, it's okay for me to say these things. Because he doesn't want to walk in a room and he get jumped or beat up because white boy saying blah blah blah. Right. So maybe that's what the biracial thing is. I never thought about that. Me and Ali talk about him all the time in neutral settings, and we're like, or comfortable settings.
He's trying to remind
why do you keep saying that, bro?
That he's both.
I got a cousin that's
because appearance-wise, like you guys said, he looked like a white boy. So it's like, let me remind y'all, I'm half black. Right. So when I say this or when I say that, it's okay.
It's like he probably got his own complex too. Because I got a cousin that he's the same complexion as him. Gotcha. And it's like you get it from both sides. Like from us, we may not think he's black enough, or white people may think that he's like, he's too black. He's a little revolutionary at the same time. So
I got you.
That could be Logic trying to like identify, with his people at the same time.
It could be. So, and that's why I think that's a good call on. I think we came to a good discovery about him. So, Ali didn't want to talk about this young lady, but I think I'm gonna bring her up just because she's super controversial. And people just, I don't know why she just keeps coming up, man. But Bad Bobby. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Bad Bobby.
I think it's Bad Baby.
That baby?
You think? She does.
Is it baby?
I don't know.
I don't
Bad
know.
Bobby.
But, you know,
I feel like I've heard her say her name before.
is she
I think it's baby.
I don't think I respect her.
Oh, no.
Okay, I thought she was about to, rock with it. I mean, and that's fine, But I will say she does have a couple of little tunes.
I respect
that sound
her
good.
from how she came on the map from Dr. Phil because she's mad disrespectful.
What's she doing there?
She's a disrespectful
Oh, that was the
teenager.
catch me outside. Okay.
Yes,
I just saw that
and
clip.
she's only like, I think she might have just turned 17.
Dr. Phil's an opportunist too, so.
But she's disrespectful, just like all the disrespectful teenagers on Teen
I don't think there's a
Mom.
lot of rappers
And
out
all
there
that
who's just
stuff.
disrespectful.
She's a disrespectful
6ix9ine.
child.
Yeah, 6ix9ine's another one. Bad Bobby, I feel like we won't respect her. She has a track list of a lot of artists who are working with her.
Yeah.
Like, I think I saw her post something the other day
Yachty works with her.
from the beginning.
Okay.
But there was a list of people. Like, she's even in videos with DMX. Like, people are.
That's not a come up right now. I
Well,
mean, shout out to X.
If
But
we
X is a
being
legend.
real,
You
we
still
being
gotta give him
real.
that.
so far in his career, that's not like a.
But if she's at least in the same room with her, it's kind of
I
like
feel like she's doing more for him than he's doing for her right now.
that's fair.
No disrespect, we love
Right,
him.
we love X,
But he's not.
but it's fair. Like I said, we like to get into a little bit of trouble, man. We like to get into trouble on Solidified.
You don't need all that though.
But Bad Barbie, yeah, I don't think she'll propel to being somebody we respect. I think there's a market for her, so yes, she'll make money. We'll hear about her. And does it mean that she can't make a good bop because she has some good writers with her or she has a good production team? No, it doesn't mean she can't make a good bop.
Us 3 right here can make a good bop.
We definitely could.
Boards and
We got Donnie.
Put me on the track. Put me in the game,
I've
coach.
been trying to get.
Put me in the game, coach.
I've been trying to get Lola on the beat, man. We're trying to get Lola.
Put me in the game, coach.
But Bad Bobby, I don't know who else. Who else can y'all think of? I got another
your
one.
boy 6ix9ine, man.
Well, we definitely don't respect him anymore. And I'm sure a lot of the viewers, I mean, people are probably gonna hate us, but we're not gonna respect that type of culture. Like, you're not gonna come in and utilize the gang culture and say you're this tough guy, you're that, and then
For a come up.
you flip on everybody. Like, me and Ali talk about this all the time. We talk about being a civilian versus being a part of the life. If you come in and you saying you're a part of the life, you gotta stand tall like you're a part of the life always. I don't care how bad it gets.
Right.
You know, we battled. I played devil's advocate a couple times with Ali about this, but he's right. You know, you gotta stand tall. You gotta go to jail. You gotta sit up there for whatever amount of years that they give to you and just be what it is. You try to use it to be the man, right? You went from the floor to millions upon millions of dollars in revenue coming in for you as a brand. You need to be 6ix9ine to kill him. That's how
or don't.
Or don't.
Right.
Just be, 6ix9ine.
One way or the other.
What's his real name?
6ix9ine. No.
Daniel Hernandez, I think.
Danny,
Just be Danny.
Be yourself,
Danny H.
You don't have to use the game culture to, come up.
Danny
You're
H.
gonna end up one place, man.
But that's cool. That obviously appealed to him. That was cool. He's
Right.
like, because already he probably was like, all right, I'm not going to fit in, so let me pick what's going to be my way in. And for whatever reason, and I'm sure he had a lot of yes men around him telling him, oh yeah, that's cool, to kind of personify this, whatever it is you want to call him. And then he was like, I'm gonna run with it. It's Wanksta. Shout out to 50.
50.
He do kind of look like that little dude from that video, the little kid that was in there. You remember it was like 50's son and that little boy.
I don't remember the kid.
That other kid. It could have been him.
It's so hard. I can't get past
Nah, it's
6ix9ine and his hair and the tattoos. That's all I see when I think of him.
Face tattoos.
I think
That humongous
listen.
6ix9ine and then the colorful hair. I can't get past
It was
that.
extended though for a year, I guess.
Yeah, he put himself on the map. Made a lot of money, excuse me. What about, I think somebody who can't get over the hump, is my man Big Sean. I feel like Big Sean is somebody that's respected in the culture as a good rapper, but he just can't propel himself to the next level. Meaning he'll never be in somebody else's top 5 discussion. Like they might like him, like he's one of my top 5 favorites, but I don't think somebody will put him in a top 5 overall. Like somebody, like we could talk about like top 5s in general, not favorites, but just top 5 rappers that are probably out right now. And we might have favorites that aren't on that list, but we can all agree, like, okay, if we put a dry erase, right,
like the Drake's, the Kanye. Well, not Kanye's. The Drake's, the Kendrick's, the Kanye's missing me up. The Drake's, the Kendrick's, the Cole Kendrick's.
Okay. Those people,
Right.
he's not going to be. And I think he wants to be on that list. And I would put him in the battle and the run in that top 10, but he disappeared. But why? Why do you think people won't push Sean over the hump? I think he's in the Big 10 for me right now of active rappers. I think he could be one of the top 5 rappers if, you know.
I like Big Sean. I definitely agree with you. That I wasn't even thinking about him at all, but you're right. He definitely doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
What do you think of this?
You don't think he get the credit he deserves? Like,
Nope.
I think he gets respected for. I mean, he's tight. Like he makes tight records, but
Because even the stuff like on the radio, like it's like a feature type song. Like,
he been laying low for a little while. What's the last album?
I decided.
What's the album? What's the album we talked about last time that I said I liked? Was it that one? Or
Yeah, it was
before
I Decided.
that? I Decided.
Lessons. Way up, I feel blessed.
Blessings is on
The one before that.
my.
No, the one with the
It's leaving my mind with the black cover with the smoke. Beautiful. It's not the dark fantasy one that's Kanye's. It's I can't remember. Pull the thing up, but it's something like that. But anyway, I think he's up there. And I'm mad at myself. The Big Sean guy. I can't remember that, but Finally Famous. I Decided. Hall of Fame. Like I like a lot of his albums. I just can't. What's that? What's the one with the black cover? It's right before I Decided.
Dark Sky Paradise.
Dark Sky Paradise is what it's called.
I really got into Sean before, like, I saw him do the freestyle for Kanye, and he got signed. Then he had, like, 2 mixtapes out. That's when I was really rocking with Sean. And then I kind of fell off, I guess, a little bit.
I think people don't like Sean because he's not a gangster. He's a gangster rapper. I know Cole has found his own lane now, right, where he's able to not have to be a tough guy, and people love him because he's conscious. And
Who?
Cole. I know, but when I think of Big Sean, I think, like, when you think about Kendricks and the other people that, Drake's.
I don't know. I think people are okay with Big Sean. Like, I think we've all, I don't think we need that from him. I don't think anyone out there is yearning for that particular image from him. I think we're totally okay with Big Sean.
I don't think any rappers in the top 5 is, like, considered gangsters like that.
I think Kendrick's considered a gangster. No matter, or super affiliated to a point where he has the credibility of the hood, and then also from the backpack rappers because they like the,
I think
conscious rap, and then the Black Power rap as well. He puts it all together.
I don't think he gets the street credit. He's from Compton, we know all that, but I think he gets more respect just for his art,
his ability. I think so too.
I don't really look at him as
I think we'll agree to disagree about Big Sean, but you're right about Kendrick. I'm just going to agree to disagree. I think that Big Sean doesn't get enough credit. I think that he's a much better rapper than people will allow the world to believe. Just because, and I don't know if we can kind of come up with that. We probably can't right now on the spot, but I think it's because people don't connect with Sean. They don't believe where Sean's from, or like he might say, I'm from D-Town, Detroit, whatever, but they're kind of like, can you show me that you're from Detroit? Have you ever tried to show me that you're from Detroit? Like this hard background or whatever it might be, and maybe that's part of it, but I don't know. But I love you, Sean. I rock with you, man. I connect with a lot of the music, the stuff that you have. I get clowned all the time.
I think Sean he's like a more elevated, I think, like Don Kennedy, man. Keep it funky, man.
I gotta do more research on John Kennedy. I don't have too much knowledge of his content, so I need to listen some more. I think he's a cool rapper from the stuff that we listened to before that you put me on with for the West Coast, because I leave that West Coast representation. But
Sean got good production too, though. He's got a good team. So
that's true. You got Kanye, you got other people over there on that side. That's true.
I think he's doing well for himself right now.
I think so. I think he's fine, but I would
I think he's in a good place. I was just about to say he's in a good place steady. He's still relevant. But it would be nice to see a step up. Like it would be nice for him to get pushed in the spotlight just a little bit more.
Well, this is here, man. You usually drop an album every 2 years, so.
Okay. Like that. Got your notes over there. Ali on your notes.
Rubs hand like bird.
So, is there anybody y'all can think of just off the spot? Those are just a couple that I had, and I'm kind of like, well.
The Iggy one was good.
You mean that don't get the look? Like
Whatever. Or somebody who's just like a. How y'all feel about Megan Thee Stallion? Look at her face. Megan. I mean, she's new. She's new, so I just learned about that. I don't have too
I
much
like
on
Meg.
it.
I like her. I like her a lot. I think she has
Talk about
got a nice image.
That's big old freak, man.
I think.
Big old freak.
I think she got some bars.
She-
Like I like what
she
she's
gives you
doing.
the
I like what she's doing right now. She definitely gives me. I can bop to her stuff, and she be talking shit. So I like that. Especially because we don't have a whole lot of female rappers. So it's nice.
Yet, bro, but she got some mixtape stuff out there too. So we'll play with
I
it.
said a lot.
I think it's nice that there's.
We don't have a plethora to choose from,
And
like
it's coming.
male rappers. Like pick a category, pick whatever. It's still male dominated. So it's just nice. It was nice. I like she popped out. I'm like, okay, thanks. I like it. I'm with it. I'm rolling with her.
She's a breath of fresh air.
She is a breath of fresh air. She's totally girl power. So I love that.
Yep.
I'm definitely team us. So I'm team
Girl
Meg.
power. I probably ain't go ride it, man. She girl power.
Yeah, when you hear the music, you'll feel it's definitely girl power. But I'm okay. I'm not against listening to female music and just vibing out to it. It might not be for me per se, but I can definitely support it and bob my head to it a little. Like, yeah, this is a good project, even though the words might not be speaking of my heart. It might be something I can definitely still get on. So, Stallion. I don't think we have enough to say whether we respect her enough.
Yeah, we don't really have enough of her yet.
I just wanted to see how y'all felt about
Yeah,
it.
she's just getting started. She just dropped this project. We need more of her just outside of the music, whether it's appearances, whether it's like interviews on the radio and stuff like that.
Couch.
Yeah, on the couch. So it's like we waiting for that, and I know soon come. I know it's coming. So we just need more of that before I think we could really form an opinion. But so far, just on the music tip, just on what I have seen, I like it, and I'm with her.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been hearing about Meg and Light Skin Keisha all week, so.
Light Skin Keisha.
Oh yeah, I like Light Skin Keisha.
I ain't heard about
She
her.
real ratchet.
I ain't heard about her.
I like that.
She's another rapper.
No,
They're not
no affiliation.
So she's another rapper I need to listen to. Good. Okay, I'll definitely like.
Yeah, she got some little bops.
Pops and balance.
She got some little bops. I like.
So just in case y'all don't know, right? We got this little expression that we use around here called bops and balance. This is
Segment coming soon.
This is all
Segment soon
something that Lola B came up with, and bops is like those bangers, like those radio hits, or just a banger. It don't even have to be on the radio, but something that just gets upbeat, gets you going, and you feeling it in the vibe, right? Then you got those ballads, right? Those really emotional tracks, or those ones that are real conscious and that are schooling you and educating you, but they're not just made for the radio.
Correct. That's a great example of how they like the mindset or the goal when people put or release certain singles on the radio. Obviously, you got a whole album. We got plethora of songs to choose from. But you pick and choose what I want to release on the radio. What's going to capture the audience? What's going to give people what they need? We're going to give the content. We're going to give the bop. You're going to be bobbing your head, jamming, and you also talking about something. So that's a great analogy.
Is that Old Town Road Bop?
I think Old Town Road's a bop.
Like when that came out, like I was so tired of it, but I hear it.
It's a bop.
I think this song comes up.
I was about to say, I
You
can't
talked about it last
I have a
episode
friend
too,
who
so
loves that
I know it's in your blood, man. You like, man,
I be seeing it all the time, and then somebody sent me the video yesterday. So
I didn't even get to watch it yet, but I'm gonna take some
I
time.
know they sent it to me.
It's like a video, like a movie-ish video.
And I think that guy wasn't there. Lil Nas.
Lil Nas X.
He looks so in his element. I just saw a clip of the video. Like
Yes.
I like it.
I'm with it. I'm not
It's
against
fun.
anybody doing
I
this.
like
Be on
it.
the next talent.
It's fun. You never know.
You never.
You never
I
know.
might be on there. You know,
Yeah.
Khaled's always just trying to come up. Khaled does a good job of pulling together some of the best talent and making some good little
Yes, he
records.
does.
But
What's y'all heard the album?
Yes, I listened to it yesterday. Actually,
What you think?
I had a couple joints. I'm not gonna lie. Once I got to the end, I thought there was more. There was gonna be more. I was like, oh man, I listened to it that fast. So everything didn't capture me like I thought it would. But I have to probably listen to it again before I could give you some particular references. But
We'll add that to the review list.
right.
yeah, but I probably liked. It was maybe.
Was it like 13 or 14 cuts on it? I don't even know.
Maybe like 40%.
Ooh.
40?
So like on a five solidified logo marker, right? On our review for 5 full solidified logos, how many would you give? You said 40. That's like
Okay, well,
what would that be?
I give it like a 3.7.
Ooh,
That's pretty good.
Okay. Well, you bumped them up a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that to be more specific when you put it like that. So maybe I lowballed. I didn't mean to. But
I was just
I,
like, please don't.
please.
Y'all work pretty hard on that.
Yeah, and it's not trash. I'm not saying it like that.
I'm not about 4.
Okay.
I give it about 4 logos. I think I like it a little bit more, probably than just a smidge more on my first listen. So okay.
I like what they did with that scissor joint. Just us.
It's just us
Yeah,
against the world. That song is a bop.
I like that
We
joint.
talking about Boston Ballad
It
like
is
that.
and I love SZA, so
Yeah.
there's that.
It's another TDE artist right there.
TV artist.
Yeah, they don't miss. You know.
They never miss.
You know, Ali trying to give me a little more on the schoolboy wave.
Crash talk, man.
Donnie,
Me and Donnie try to put you on, man.
yeah, we battled for a little while.
It's real defiant, man.
I'm an individual. You know, if I don't like something, or I'm not necessarily that I don't like the album. I think he has a good couple of tracks that are like, all right, cool. But as an overall artist, for me, maybe he's just not for me.
I think you need to go. I feel like y'all watch Game of Thrones.
Absolutely.
So right, I don't watch it. So I feel like you listening to Crash Talk right now is like me starting Game of Thrones right now. I don't know nothing about Game of Thrones. I feel like you gotta.
I think music's a little different for me.
Nah, man.
I don't think I need to listen to 4 projects before. If I like this project, it can go both ways. I feel like in music, right? I can listen to you brand new, like Nipsey. I started in reverse. I listened to Victory Lap first. Right?
Facts,
I was like,
then went
oh,
back.
and then went back. And I'm like, yeah, I guess he was always talking about some of this stuff. So you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I gotta debunk that. I don't think I need to listen to Oxymoron and some of the other projects that he has
He does some stuff.
just to like him. I think I can just. Do I like this dude? I think I can do that if I want.
See, my thing with Q is like Q started off as a hype man.
But we got this man on
Yeah,
camera. He found a way
He
to slide
ready.
it
He
in.
ready. He ready.
Man, always, man. Q started out as a hype man for Kendrick. So his first 2 projects, they were cool projects. Like they had some bangers on there, some probably a couple bops on there. But that third album, man, when Oxymoron came out, that shit was like it was like a mastered Q sound. And then Blank Face, and now we got Crash Talk.
I ain't gonna be.
Go back and listen to do your homework.
Ooh.
Friends on Star Wars, be a good one.
I don't even think I need to just to know what I like, what I don't like. But you know, like we said,
You just find
that
out
nigga
in
is
school,
boy.
boy, ounce of that water, though.
I got that one.
Yeah.
I think I like that the little girl.
The kids know.
Remember?
The kids know.
She got that. She don't even know what she talking
kids
about.
know.
That's the funny. The water.
It's another video that popped up with her getting it in on something else. And they
She
were
did
like,
another
you know what, I
school
really like her.
It's good. I didn't know she was that much of a star, though. She got like a whole
That's how that Instagram thing turn you up, blow you up.
That's all you need is that one.
Y'all saw the Instagrams below. But alright, well I know we talked about people who respect it or we feel like are respected and can't get over the hump and then people we just don't respect for whatever reason. You know, the next thing, you know, is do we feel like in this era you need like the radio, that promo tour that we used to have to be a success or to be a hit, you know? Do they really need that anymore, like artists in general?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Is it nice and could it help? Absolutely. That can help anyone's platform.
Yeah.
However, I know that lately, like I've noticed a lot of people listen to music on YouTube.
Right.
So I'm going to use that as an example. It's so many people and rappers or just artists, period, and songs from YouTube that you don't hear on the radio that a lot of people are hip to. And it's like, well, if you didn't hear it on the radio, then where else would you have? You know?
Yeah.
But because YouTube is so big, I think that it's like I said, it's always going to be helpful, not even necessary, but helpful when you got that radio pushing your music and stuff like that out, because you still got a lot of people that listen to the radio. But these days, if you think about it, like Apple Music, Spotify, people are listening to their own music and their own compilations of things that they like and that they put together.
Yeah.
So like for me, for instance, I never listen to the radio. The first thing I do when I get in the car is I put on my Spotify and I find a playlist or whatever kind of mood I'm in, and I go from there. So it's a lot of things that I don't even get to hear that's on the radio. So if there's a large amount of people that are kind of on the same wave doing the same kind of thing, then you got stuff that's being played on the radio that's still not serving its purpose because we're not listening to the radio. You know what I mean? But whereas you got a lot of stuff that is universal and that a lot of people are listening to and that know that's on YouTube, and you didn't even need the radio for that play.
That's real.
I don't think it's necessary. Once upon a time, was it necessary? Absolutely. But we've got all these other platforms now to listen to music on. SoundCloud. I know I don't really be on there, but a lot of people push their music on SoundCloud. Like I said, you got the Apple Music, the Spotify, you got the YouTube, Tidal. You know, so it's just like it's not as necessary as it once was. So
I think I want to open it up a little bit more. What I mean by the promo run, she killed it for the radio, right? But like in general, right? Do they need us, right? Do they need the media? Do they need to do these interviews? Do they need promo in general? Let's open it up even more, because I think radio, we can kill that, right?
Yeah, I didn't listen to radio once.
See, so maybe just saying, do they need the media anymore?
Yes.
I'm a YouTuber, so
yes.
Okay.
I really do
YouTuber.
I do YouTube, so I watch all the interviews. Like, I got Breakfast Club Alert. So if Crash Talk coming out, boom, my man Q's on there. I'm gonna watch the interview. If there's a new artist that I heard his music and I don't know too much about him, and I see the interview, I'm gonna listen to the interview, and the interview will let me know, like, okay, I can kind of rock with this cat, or nah, this dude, wow, like.
See, and that's another reason why that's important, because you don't know what you're about to get into. You want to see other sides of an artist, so you want to see that interview. You want to see what they be talking about. You want to see what they say. You want to see what they look like. You want to see all those things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of before you jump into that. So that kind of gets people going. That kind of piques people's interest. It's like, okay, let me check you out, you know? So I definitely think that is necessary. Because otherwise, we don't know what's going on. You got to make your voice heard. You got to let us know. Oh, you got a new project out. You got to promote it.
Yeah, there's only like 3 people that can drop right now without promo.
Beyonce.
Well, 4. 5. I do like Jay can drop right now.
Rihanna.
Cole, Drake,
Cole.
Jay,
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Drake. Where is it, Drake?
There's probably a bunch of people. It's probably a good 10 that we could drop. We
Probably
could say
a good
out of
10,
selling
like,
million, probably.
yes,
I
but-
would randomly drop right now. We'd be like, oh dang, they got album out.
But these people are established already. They're established.
So
The people love them. The culture loves them. You know, they're a part of the culture. So they've already got us locked in.
Got the fan base.
You know,
core,
like hardcore, locked in, not going anywhere. Like we're official fans.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no second drop, I think, right now. And like they can probably experiment with it and have a good turnout.
You don't want you dropping the record, you only sell 12,000.
Some people need that promo though.
Sierra.
Oh,
no, I ain't even heard the album yet.
she's not on that list.
Right.
Okay.
Correct. No, she's not on that list.
Okay,
To be clear. No, she's not on the list. I brought her name up because she just dropped an
But I
album.
like her project. I listened to it.
No problem. I didn't even know that she had something coming out. I did take a
I didn't
listen
see
to it
her
after
on
we talked
Breakfast
about
Club.
it,
I didn't see her nowhere on
Right,
all the
like,
shows
I
or anything
didn't-
like that. Joke.
so someone like Sierra, I'm a CC fan, but I'm an old CC fan.
Yeah, me too.
You know, so somebody like her, right? That's me. So she was someone who I think needed that. You need promo because nobody's really checking for you like that.
You need to get back in front of the people.
Correct. You don't have that locked in really fan base as dedicated as we are to these other artists. So you kind of gotta come with it because had you not brought that up to me, I would not have known that Sierra had a new album out
That's a fact.
at all.
Yeah, you gotta be like super, super relevant right now.
Yeah.
Well, there's other artists that are super relevant that are gonna drop in.
So that's just an example of unless you're in that other category, you know, that we made up, the special category, then it's like, yeah, you need promo.
And it's crazy because I think I read somewhere that she's just like, you know, not necessarily begging people, but like pleading with people to listen to the album. Like, can you listen to the album? It's really good. And I'm thinking, but Cece, if you did a little more promo, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we missed something.
She's
Maybe she
doing
is
all this
out there a
after
little
the
bit.
fact.
But now it's too late,
But
right?
you did the before and set us up for
Is this what cuts
the
on it?
release, you know what I mean? Like the build up and then the release.
Yeah.
Now you're like, hey guys, give me a chance, listen to it, it's really good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you might have not even have had to have done that if you kind of got the build up going and you got people wondering what's going to pop out. Even if they turn out to not like it, we're going to listen to it because we know it's coming and you promoting it. So it's like, okay, I'm going to be on the lookout for it. And you're still going to get that listen. Whether you listen to it again, it's up to you. But you're going to get that initial.
Right.
So,
I mean, and then other than that, you know,
if you're not solidified, then I think
if you're not solidified, that's the best way to
solidified,
put it. You already know.
I think that you need that promo. You need that promo to back you.
That's or at least like a
Your
rumor
project.
that your album coming out. Like,
Something.
That's a part of promo too.
Right.
So,
So I mean, I think that we kind of, you know, wrap that up. Like, hey, you definitely need promo if you're not somebody who's in that, you know, that Big Ten, you know, for lack of a better label for the group of people that we're talking about. Those people who can drop whenever they want, like we said, like the Drakes.
Solidified.
You have to be solidified in order for you to come out with no promo. So CC, we need you to do a little more promo next time.
she chilling on that. We just got that big
You
check.
got Russell over there.
That big check. She ain't tripping.
Yeah, so I know we didn't know we were gonna get into this one, but it's something I wanted to, you know, I want to throw it out there. I do want to throw it out there, and you know, is there a void in R&B right now?
Nah, man, R. Henderson's dropped a dope one.
she did.
Okay.
100% though.
Baby. Yeah, I enjoy that a lot. I enjoy that in the way I enjoyed Solange's seat at the table.
Mm.
I enjoy
I
it.
need to do some more.
I enjoy
homework.
it in the
Did you-
same way.
So,
It gives me.
finish the second Solange album.
Yeah, I listened to it when
What's
it
the
came
review?
out. I only listened to it
What's
once.
the review?
It didn't speak
We're
to
gonna
me.
pull it. Ooh. For the new one.
The new one.
So for the new album, the new Solange album, what would you give it? How many solidified? How many?
I don't even feel safe commenting and giving
Did
it
the
a
eyes
grade.
destroy you?
We want to
Solange
follow
eyes?
it.
Because also,
We'll
I feel
step
like Solange also she's a special artist, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't appeal to everyone. Kind of like Kendrick,
Okay.
kind of like J. Cole. You know, you got some people that just like you got some people that just like the ratchet or the box. They don't care nothing about the content and stuff like that. Whereas these people do. They give us both. So she is kind of like a more conscious artist, and I feel like a certain kind of person or people appeal to her. Where she appeals to these people. So she really had me at seat at the table. And I'm not going to say that this project is bad. I don't feel like that at all. I just listened to it and I just didn't connect. Nothing really reached out and grabbed me. Like everything grabbed me on seat at the table. You know, so I don't know if it's because she had more content. I feel like there was a lot of music in this one and not a lot of content. And maybe I need to go back and listen to it again. But just on my first review, I'll definitely run it back.
And I'll do a first run.
I like Salon, so I'll definitely run it back. But I just feel like off rip, when I listened to it for the first time, it was a lot of music and everything. She had a lot of like interludes.
A lot of instruments too.
Yeah, a lot of instruments. So it was just like, where is the? I can't even really get into it. Because it was there, then it was gone, then it was all this music, and it was like a lot of...
The songs were short.
Yeah, they were short and sweet, so they weren't...
But on a grand scheme, do you feel like there's a void? Because, you know, I know we give Solange, we have some indie artists or lower level, like B-level artists that are out there that we listen to this stuff and us being music heads, right? We hear these people, but overall in the game, like mainstream, do you feel like there's a void? In R&B, like you don't hear as much like the Chris Browns are always going to be there.
Yeah, correct. I was just going to say, it's just, I don't know if it's always going to be like that or if it's just like that's what's going on right now. Well, you know what I'm going to say? If you think, like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, right? Mm-hmm. So you got Avant, Kiki Wyatt, Escape, Usher, SWV, Donnell Jones, Genuine,
Case,
Case, Happily Ever After, Silk,
Joe.
Got all of that.
I remember
R&B, Drew Hill, next.
Cisco
112.
Cisco 112. Jagged Edge.
Oh, Jagged Edge.
Right?
I heard they dropped the album recently.
They did. I don't know if it was the recent one. I don't know if it's something more recent than what I'm thinking of, but the most recent one I can think of is good.
But that's just to a point of what you're saying.
But to the point of what I'm saying is, rap is dominating how all of that was during that time, rap and hip hop. So it's just like all these people and all this kind of music is just, I'm sure it's out there somewhere, you know what I mean? But we the people, I'm speaking for the people, we want that. We want that back. Because like even if you think about like for instance Sammy's making a comeback. He's been making a comeback. And I enjoyed his project he just put out and the I'm Him project that he put out prior to that. And I said, okay, cool.
He had a video he was like in Atlantic Station. I can't remember what shout out to ATL. Dang, was it come home with me? Come with me.
I never transitioned with Sammy though. Trying to come back.
No, you should give him a chance.
I can only just see the little dude with the.
I like the way you look at. I get it, but no, give my guy a chance.
I like
a chance. But like that's just an example of to where he's not like people know and he's creeping here and there, but it's not as big as Future. You know what I mean? And it's good stuff. Like, it's good stuff.
He's right, though, Lola. It's just rap tape.
Rap is just dominating. It's just dominating. It's taking over for the 99 and the 2000.
Because in our culture, we always talk about hip-hop and R&B. It always, you have a little ampersand symbol, a little and sign, and it says hip-hop and R&B. Right now, I feel like it's just hip-hop.
Just hip-hop.
You know, you got people like Anderson .Paak. You got people like Black. You got... somebody like Bryce Tiller, who I thought was gonna take over for a while, and kind of, but we'll save that for another day. I think that's a good thing to dive into. Brent Fires is a guy I just started to hear about. There's guys out there,
they're out there.
You got Trey Songz, you got those guys that are there.
They're there, but they're not.
You got these people, right? They're here, but I just feel like they're overshadowed by what you said.
Correct.
You're 100% correct, man.
I mean, the rap is more popular, but when the albums come out, like I said, like I still listen to Ventura.
We said,
yeah, Jamila Woods, and
you probably said a little bit more, but
this
is concert in the car. Y'all go ahead, Paul.
I think hip hop is
I'm telling you.
Outside of just the culture, though.
Stay tuned for the car karaoke.
Car concert, car karaoke.
I mean, hip hop is like the number one music in the world, though. Like you go to countries in Europe, China, and stuff. They
know us.
They got their own references representing.
Correct. I would love for R&B to be able to dominate a little more. Because a lot of the stuff I even find out about is just from browsing on Spotify. Just browsing, like, oh, they have an album. Like, they have an album out.
That came out?
Okay, let me go listen listen to that. Like,
Well,
what
if you still
in the world?
follow them on social media and they might throw it up.
Right.
Like, oh,
so
what?
it's like
Yeah.
I gotta find out through that.
Yeah,
You know?
it's not the radio anymore.
I keep it on there.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah, my R&B playlist is pretty far.
He says,
I might release
my R&B playlist is in
He said I might release it pretty soon. Stay tuned.
You know, make sure y'all follow Ali the Great. You know, check out his little Spotify and iTunes.
But that always
Black people always want to say little something.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
No skips.
Mom's be like, yo, where your little friend at?
Where your little friend?
Where your little girlfriend?
Black people always want to say little before something.
You always gotta minimize.
Your little dress.
Your little dress.
Your little red sneakers.
Your little haircut.
Why we always do that? Why we always minimize it everything?
Where your little girlfriend?
I see you got your little girlfriend.
I see you got your little watch on. Why you got right?
A little so we do it to ourselves too, right?
Just
a little
light drip. Right.
But yeah, so you know, but I think so. I think that you know we would love to see R&B come back in a major way.
Please come back.
You know, mainstream. It's coming. It's coming. Well, hopefully.
It's like unraveling.
I'm hoping, man.
I think rap is always gonna be the top dog because it's just cool. It's the coolest thing out.
You know, isn't it funny though? Because we talk about longevity, right? I feel like R&B artists, as long as you get on, you're good. Like I can tour, I can do everything. My fan base will probably stay with me forever, and I can be 55 and still singing, and folks are still gonna show up to the concert.
Escape.
Right. I can go on tour again, right? But as a rapper,
I'm gonna be here for it every time.
only it might be like 10-15% solidified rappers. Only solidified rappers can do that.
Can take that and keep their fan base. That's why they're solidified. We're locked in forever. You know, now and forevermore. So
and rappers from my parents'
How it gonna be?
still touring the world, so
We're locked in. That's what she's over there doing. That's locked in. Y'all can't see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a gift out of that.
He took the sound bite from episode 1 from me, and then he's gonna take it from you. But
you had a couple soundbites.
Couple.
I'm gonna use them against you.
I think this was the takeover episode for Lola B. I think this was the coming out episode. I think and she was killing it. But yeah, I think we had a lot of fun today. I feel like today's episode we got into it. We had some nice little topics on here.
we did.
Like I said, we appreciate y'all always tuning in to Solidified the podcast. Once again, I'm King Shiz, KS.
I'll be great. Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. We love y'all. Hold it down. You killed that.
I gotta learn.
It's your boy KS King Shiz. Thank you for tuning in to Solidify today. Make sure you go down there and hit that thumbs up, like, comment, all that good stuff. Make sure you also turn on them notifications on Instagram so that way whenever something comes up, you be the first person to see it. We definitely want y'all to keep following us, okay? We appreciate y'all. There's gonna be a lot more coming. We're gonna kill y'all with the content. Boom, 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 boom. Solidify. We out.